Life is a journey, not a fixed state. Growth is the hallmark of a meaningful existence, and taking even the smallest step forward can catalyze transformative change. The path is not easy, nor is it meant to be, but therein lies its value. Let us explore the dimensions of this journey. Growth is often misunderstood as a monumental leap, an all-encompassing transformation that happens in a single moment of revelation. This misconception can paralyze people. They wait for the perfect time or the ideal circumstances to change their lives, not realizing that the most profound transformations come not from grand gestures, but from small, consistent efforts. Incremental progress is not just an alternative to drastic change, it is the only sustainable way to grow. Imagine you are trying to build a habit, whether it's exercising regularly, improving your knowledge, or learning a skill. At first, the goal can seem overwhelming, even insurmountable. But what happens if you take just one step, a single action every day? You might start with something as small as walking for 5 minutes or reading one page of a book. Over time, these tiny actions compound. The 5 minutes turn into 10, the single page becomes a chapter, and soon, without realizing it, you've achieved something significant. This is the power of incremental progress. It doesn't demand perfection, it simply asks for persistence. One of the most beautiful aspects of incremental progress is how it fosters a sense of achievement. When you accomplish even a small goal, it creates a ripple effect. You feel a surge of confidence, a belief that you are capable of more. This positive reinforcement builds momentum, motivating you to continue. Growth becomes not just a challenge, but a rewarding process, and this mindset shift is crucial. Instead of dreading the journey, you start to embrace it. There is also a profound psychological principle behind this approach. Human beings are wired to resist sudden, drastic change because it disrupts the stability of their world. But when change happens gradually, it feels manageable. Small steps allow you to adapt to the demands of growth without overwhelming yourself. Think of it as stretching a rubber band. If you pull it too hard, too fast, it snaps. But if you stretch it gradually, it expands its capacity without breaking. Similarly, incremental progress stretches your abilities and broadens your potential without causing burnout. Another vital element of this principle is its universality. It applies to every aspect of life. In relationships, for instance, trust is built incrementally. A single grand gesture cannot substitute for consistent acts of care and reliability. In professional growth, no one becomes an expert overnight. Competence is the result of years of deliberate practice. Even in personal development, becoming the best version of yourself is not a one-time event, but a lifelong commitment to daily improvement. Incremental progress is the thread that ties all forms of growth together. Perhaps the most striking evidence of this principle is found in nature. Consider how a tree grows. It does not shoot up to its full height in a day. It begins as a seed, putting down roots slowly, gaining strength before it even breaks through the soil. Each day it stretches a little higher, imperceptibly at times, but with consistency it becomes a towering presence. This natural process is a metaphor for human growth. You don't need to force the outcome, you need only nurture the process day by day. The modern world often promotes a culture of instant gratification, which can be a significant barrier to embracing incremental progress. People expect results immediately and lose patience when they don't see quick returns. This mindset undermines the value of persistence and leads to frustration and self-doubt. But when you shift your focus from the destination to the process, everything changes. You begin to measure success not by how far you've come, but by whether you've taken the next step. And as long as you keep moving forward, however slowly, you are succeeding. Incremental progress also teaches the importance of humility and patience. It acknowledges that growth is not linear. There will be setbacks, plateaus, and even moments of regression. But these do not negate your efforts. Every step, even the smallest one, contributes to the larger picture. Over time, what once seemed impossible becomes attainable, not because of a single heroic effort, but because of countless small ones. In the end, the power of incremental progress lies in its accessibility. It doesn't require extraordinary talent or resources, only the willingness to begin and the discipline to continue. Anyone can take one step, and anyone can take another after that. This approach democratizes growth, making it achievable for everyone, regardless of their starting point. And the beauty of it is that while the steps may be small, the results are anything but. Over time, incremental progress creates a transformation so profound that it seems, in retrospect, almost magical. But it is not magic, it is the simple yet extraordinary power of consistency. Responsibility is a cornerstone of meaningful growth. It is a concept that resonates deeply with human existence, shaping not only the individual who embraces it, but also the world around them. When you take responsibility for your life, you accept the weight of your actions, decisions, and circumstances. It is not an easy burden to bear, but it is a necessary one. Responsibility is the foundation upon which personal growth and societal contribution are built. Without it, progress stagnates and potential remains unrealized. To take responsibility is to acknowledge that your life is, to a significant degree, within your control. This does not mean ignoring the external factors that influence you, your environment, upbringing, or circumstances. Instead, it means recognizing that you have the power to respond to these factors. Responsibility empowers you to act rather than passively endure. It transforms you from a victim of circumstance into an agent of change. When you accept responsibility, you claim ownership over your destiny, and this shift in perspective is profound. The act of taking responsibility is inherently tied to growth because it requires confronting uncomfortable truths. It means admitting where you've fallen short, acknowledging your mistakes, and accepting the consequences of your choices. This process is not meant to induce shame, but to foster learning and accountability. When you take responsibility for your failures, you also gain the power to correct them. This self-awareness and willingness to improve are essential for growth. It's through this process that you become stronger, more capable, and more resilient. Responsibility also entails looking beyond oneself. It is not merely about personal accountability, but about recognizing your role within a larger community. Your actions have ripple effects, influencing the lives of others in ways you might not immediately realize. By taking responsibility for your contributions or lack thereof, you align yourself with a sense of purpose that transcends individual gain. This outward focus is deeply fulfilling. It allows you to see the impact of your efforts, reinforcing the value of your growth as it benefits others. Taking responsibility requires courage, especially in a world that often encourages deflection and blame. It is easier to point fingers, to find external reasons for why things are the way they are. But this approach leads to stagnation. Blame is a dead end. It absolves you of the need to act. Responsibility, on the other hand, is a pathway to action. It forces you to ask, what can I do to improve this situation? What steps can I take to make things better? These questions are the seeds of growth, and they can only be asked when you take ownership of your life. This principle applies universally, whether in personal relationships, professional endeavors, or societal challenges. In relationships, taking responsibility means admitting when you've hurt someone, even unintentionally, and making amends. It means showing up consistently and being reliable, not just when it's convenient, but when it's necessary. In professional settings, it involves owning your mistakes, learning from them, and striving to do better. It's about being dependable and taking initiative, qualities that not only enhance your growth, but also earn you the respect and trust of others. On a societal level, taking responsibility might mean contributing to your community, standing up for what's right, or simply doing your part to create a better world. Responsibility is also deeply tied to meaning. Without responsibility, life can feel aimless and chaotic. It is responsibility that provides structure and purpose, giving you a reason to strive. When you take responsibility for your goals, your relationships, and your actions, you create a framework for a meaningful life. This meaning is not handed to you, it is built through effort and commitment. It is the result of taking ownership, of saying, this is my life, and I will do what I can to make it better, not just for me, but for those around me. Of course, responsibility is not without its challenges. It can be daunting to accept the weight of your actions and their consequences. There will be moments when the burden feels too heavy, when you are tempted to shirk it or pass it on to someone else. But these moments are where growth happens. By shouldering responsibility, even when it's difficult, you develop strength and character. You prove to yourself that you are capable, not because the task is easy, but because you are willing to face it. Ultimately, responsibility is about empowerment. It is not a constraint, but a liberation. It frees you from the limitations of passivity and excuses, giving you the tools to shape your life and influence the world. When you take responsibility, you take control. You become not just a participant in life, but a creator of it. This is why responsibility is so essential for growth. It is both the foundation and the fuel, the starting point in the ongoing process. It challenges you, shapes you, and ultimately transforms you into someone capable of making a difference not just for yourself, but for everyone you touch. Balancing chaos and order is an essential dynamic for personal growth, a fundamental tension that defines the human experience. Chaos represents the unknown, the unpredictable, and the unfamiliar. It is the realm of potential, creativity, and new beginnings, but it is also fraught with danger, confusion, and fear. Order, on the other hand, is the domain of stability, routine, and the known. It is comforting and secure, but it can also become stagnant, limiting, and resistant to change. Growth requires that we navigate the delicate space between these two forces, taking what is beneficial from both while avoiding their extremes. When you remain entirely in the realm of order, life can feel safe but unchallenging. Imagine sticking to a routine so rigid that it leaves no room for innovation, curiosity, or learning. You may feel in control, but there's little opportunity to expand your skills, broaden your understanding, or reach for something greater. Order alone cannot foster growth because it relies on maintaining what already exists rather than exploring what could be. A life bound entirely by order often becomes predictable and unfulfilling, robbing you of the excitement and vitality that come from discovery. On the other hand, chaos is equally problematic when left unchecked. To live entirely in chaos is to exist in a constant state of uncertainty and instability. While chaos offers opportunity, it also brings risk. Too much chaos can overwhelm, leading to stress, anxiety, and a sense of helplessness. When everything is unpredictable, it becomes nearly impossible to make progress, as you are always reacting to immediate circumstances rather than planning for the future. Chaos without structure is exhausting and unsustainable, preventing meaningful growth from taking root. The key to growth lies in learning to balance these forces. It involves maintaining enough order to provide a stable foundation while embracing enough chaos to drive innovation and challenge. This balance is not static, it is a dynamic process that requires ongoing adjustment as circumstances change. Growth occurs when you step out of your comfort zone into the unknown, but do so with a sense of purpose and preparation, bringing the lessons of order into the uncharted territory of chaos. For example, consider the process of learning a new skill. At first, the endeavor feels chaotic. You are venturing into unfamiliar territory, and your lack of competence may be frustrating, but as you practice, patterns emerge. You begin to understand the rules, develop techniques, and gain mastery. The chaos of the initial stage transforms into the order of expertise. However, once you reach a level of proficiency, staying within the bounds of what you know can lead to stagnation. To continue growing, you must deliberately push yourself into new challenges, reintroducing a manageable degree of chaos to expand your abilities further. This cycle of chaos leading to order, followed by a return to chaos, is the engine of growth. The interplay between chaos and order is also evident in relationships. Order provides the stability necessary for trust and connection. It is the routines, shared values, and commitments that form the foundation of a strong relationship. Yet relationships thrive not just on stability, but on the willingness to embrace change and uncertainty together. Chaos enters when you navigate challenges, confront differences, or face unexpected events. These moments of disruption, though uncomfortable, allow relationships to deepen and evolve. Without chaos, a relationship becomes stagnant. Without order, it becomes unstable. Growth in relationships depends on maintaining this delicate balance. Balancing chaos and order is not merely about external circumstances, it is also an internal process. Your mind seeks order to make sense of the world, but it also needs the stimulation of new ideas, experiences, and perspectives. Intellectual growth, for example, requires challenging your existing beliefs by exposing yourself to new information and viewpoints. This can be unsettling as it introduces chaos into your established worldview. Yet it is through this disruption that deeper understanding and wisdom emerge. By integrating new insights into your existing framework, you create a more comprehensive and nuanced perspective, blending the best of chaos and order. In the broader context of life, the balance between chaos and order is what makes existence meaningful. If everything were entirely predictable, life would lack excitement and creativity. Conversely, if everything were entirely unpredictable, it would be overwhelming and chaotic. Meaning arises when you navigate this tension, finding purpose in the challenges you face and the stability you create. It is through this dynamic interplay that you grow, not just as an individual, but as a contributor to your community and the world. Achieving this balance requires courage and adaptability. It means being willing to step into the unknown while carrying the tools and lessons of what you already know. It involves experimenting, failing, and learning, all while maintaining a sense of purpose and direction. Growth is not a straight path, but a series of oscillations between chaos and order, each cycle building upon the last. This ongoing process is what makes life vibrant, challenging, and rewarding. Embracing discomfort and challenge is an inevitable and essential part of growth. Growth, by its very nature, requires stepping outside the comfort zone where familiarity and ease reside. While it's human instinct to seek safety and avoid discomfort, staying in that space indefinitely leads to stagnation. True growth only occurs when you willingly confront the challenges that stretch your capabilities and test your resilience. It is in the face of difficulty that the most profound transformations take place. Discomfort is often perceived as a negative state, something to be avoided at all costs. However, this perspective overlooks the value of discomfort as a catalyst for growth. When you feel discomfort, it's a sign that you are venturing into new territory, expanding the limits of what you know and can do. Consider the analogy of physical exercise. To build strength, you must push your muscles to their limits. The soreness that follows is not a sign of harm, but of progress. Similarly, the discomfort experienced in personal, professional, or emotional challenges signals that you are stretching beyond your current capacity, preparing yourself to handle more in the future. Facing challenges requires courage. It means willingly stepping into situations where success is not guaranteed, where failure is a real possibility, and where the outcome is uncertain. This can be intimidating, but it is also necessary. Without the willingness to take risks, you remain confined to what you already know and can do. Growth demands that you embrace the unknown and accept the possibility of failure, not as a sign of weakness, but as a valuable teacher. Each failure provides lessons and insights that guide you toward improvement, making you more capable and resilient with every attempt. Discomfort also serves to dismantle the illusion of control. When everything feels easy, it's tempting to believe that you have mastered your environment and that nothing can disrupt your equilibrium. Challenges shatter this illusion, forcing you to confront the unpredictable nature of life. While this can be unsettling, it is also liberating. By learning to adapt to discomfort and navigate challenges, you develop a sense of inner strength and confidence that no external stability can provide. This adaptability becomes a core part of who you are, enabling you to thrive in a variety of circumstances. Challenges also reveal your true potential. In moments of ease, it is difficult to gauge your limits because you are not pushing against anything. It is only when you are tested that you discover the depths of your strength, creativity, and determination. People often surprise themselves with what they can achieve when faced with adversity. The human spirit is remarkably resilient, capable of rising to meet even the most daunting challenges. However, this potential remains hidden unless activated by the necessity of growth. By embracing discomfort, you give yourself the opportunity to uncover and cultivate these hidden reserves. It is important to understand that growth through discomfort does not mean seeking out suffering for its own sake. Growth requires intentional discomfort, challenges that are purposefully chosen to advance your goals and expand your abilities. There is a difference between enduring unnecessary pain and stepping into meaningful challenges. The former is pointless, while the latter is transformative. For example, pursuing a demanding career, navigating a difficult relationship, or striving to master a new skill are all forms of meaningful discomfort that lead to growth. Each of these challenges requires effort and sacrifice, but they also offer the reward of progress and fulfillment. One of the most profound benefits of embracing discomfort is the shift in mindset it creates. When you view challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth, your entire approach to life changes. Difficulties no longer seem like barriers to avoid, but like stepping stones toward something greater. This mindset fosters resilience as you learn to see setbacks not as failures, but as part of the process. With each challenge you overcome, you build confidence in your ability to handle the next one, creating a positive feedback loop of growth and achievement. Discomfort also fosters empathy and understanding. When you face challenges, you gain insight into the struggles of others. This shared experience of overcoming adversity creates a sense of connection and compassion, making you more attuned to the needs and feelings of those around you. Growth through discomfort is not just about personal development, it is about becoming a more aware and contributing member of your community. In the end, embracing discomfort and challenge is about choosing growth over complacency. It is about recognizing that the easy path, while tempting, leads nowhere worth going. The path of discomfort, though difficult, is the one that leads to progress, meaning, and fulfillment. It is through discomfort that you discover your strength, develop your character, and unlock your potential. Growth is not a destination, but a journey, and discomfort is the price of admission. By accepting and even seeking out challenges, you open yourself to the endless possibilities of what you can achieve and who you can become. The pursuit of meaning over fleeting happiness is a transformative shift that defines true growth. While happiness is a desirable state, it is often misunderstood as the ultimate goal of life. Many chase after it, believing that acquiring possessions, achieving success, or avoiding discomfort will bring lasting fulfillment. However, happiness by its nature is transient, a fleeting emotion that comes and goes with circumstances. Meaning, on the other hand, offers a deeper, more enduring sense of purpose and fulfillment. Choosing meaning over temporary happiness is not only a path to personal growth, but also a key to living a life of substance and significance. Happiness is often associated with immediate gratification, the quick rush of pleasure that accompanies achieving a goal or indulging in a momentary desire. While there is nothing inherently wrong with these experiences, they are not sustainable sources of fulfillment. A life built solely on the pursuit of happiness can become shallow and directionless, as it revolves around avoiding discomfort and chasing ephemeral highs. This approach to life fails to address the deeper questions of purpose, contribution, and legacy, questions that are essential to human existence and growth. Meaning, by contrast, is rooted in a sense of purpose. It is not tied to fleeting emotions, but to a broader understanding of what truly matters. Meaning often arises from taking on responsibility, striving toward a greater good, and enduring challenges for the sake of something worthwhile. It demands effort, sacrifice, and sometimes even suffering, but it offers a sense of fulfillment that happiness alone cannot provide. This distinction is vital because it shifts the focus from external circumstances to internal values, from seeking comfort to embracing purpose. Choosing meaning over happiness involves a fundamental reorientation of priorities. Instead of asking, "What will make me happy in this moment?" the question becomes, "What will bring lasting value to my life and the lives of others?" This shift in perspective changes how you approach everything, from your relationships to your career to your personal development. It encourages you to pursue goals that align with your values, even when those goals are difficult or require delaying gratification. The pursuit of meaning is not always easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. One of the key ways meaning surpasses happiness is through its ability to provide resilience in the face of adversity. Happiness is fragile. It often dissipates in the face of hardship or disappointment. Meaning, however, endures. When life becomes challenging, having a sense of purpose helps you persevere. It gives you the strength to navigate difficulties, knowing that your efforts are contributing to something greater. This resilience is a hallmark of growth, as it allows you to face setbacks without losing your sense of direction or self-worth. The pursuit of meaning also fosters a sense of connection. While happiness can often be self-centered, focused on individual pleasure, meaning frequently involves contributing to the well-being of others. Whether it's through acts of kindness, building relationships, or dedicating yourself to a cause, finding meaning often means engaging with your community and making a positive impact. This outward focus not only benefits those around you, but also deepens your own sense of fulfillment as you see the difference your efforts make in the world. Furthermore, meaning provides a sense of continuity and coherence to life. It ties together the various aspects of your existence, giving them a unified purpose. Without meaning, life can feel fragmented, a series of unrelated events with no overarching narrative. What meaning weaves these events into a story of growth, contribution, and purpose. This narrative gives you a sense of identity and direction, helping you understand who you are and what you stand for. The pursuit of meaning also cultivates wisdom and maturity. It requires introspection and a willingness to grapple with the complexities of life. Unlike happiness, which often seeks to avoid pain, meaning acknowledges the value of struggle and sacrifice. It recognizes that the most worthwhile achievements often come at a cost, and that true fulfillment is found not in avoiding difficulty, but in overcoming it. This perspective fosters a deeper understanding of life's challenges and a greater appreciation for its joys. Choosing meaning over happiness is not about rejecting joy or pleasure. On the contrary, meaning often brings a deeper, more enduring form of joy. It is the satisfaction of knowing that your life has purpose, that your actions matter, and that you are making a difference. This form of joy is not dependent on external circumstances. It arises from within, grounded in the knowledge that you are living in alignment with your values and contributing to something greater than yourself. The pursuit of meaning is a commitment to a life of substance. It is about asking the hard questions, facing the challenges, and dedicating yourself to what truly matters. It is not always the easiest path, but it is the one that leads to the most profound growth and fulfillment. By choosing meaning over fleeting happiness, you create a life that is not only rich in purpose, but also deeply rewarding, a life that reflects your highest aspirations and leaves a lasting impact. The journey of growth is not a destination, but a continuous process of becoming. To view growth as a static goal, something to achieve, and then cease striving for misunderstands its nature entirely. Growth is a lifelong endeavor, a series of steps that build upon one another, often in ways that are neither linear nor predictable. It is marked by moments of triumph and failure, clarity and confusion, each contributing to the ongoing development of your character, abilities, and understanding. By embracing growth as an evolving process, you open yourself to the richness of life and the endless opportunities it presents for learning and improvement. At its core, growth is about change. It involves moving from one state of being to another, whether that be emotionally, intellectually, or physically. However, change does not happen overnight, nor is it ever truly complete. Even as you master one skill or overcome one challenge, new opportunities and difficulties emerge. This is the beauty of the process. It ensures that there is always something more to discover, something more to strive for. Growth keeps life dynamic and engaging, preventing stagnation and fostering a mindset of curiosity and resilience. To embrace growth as a process requires patience and humility. It is easy to become frustrated when progress feels slow or setbacks arise, but these moments are integral to the journey. Growth is not a straight path. It is filled with twists and turns, periods of rapid advancement, and times of apparent standstill. These fluctuations are not failures, but opportunities to deepen your understanding and refine your approach. They teach you to persevere, to adapt, and to recognize that the process itself is as valuable as the outcome. A critical aspect of viewing growth as an ongoing process is the recognition that there is always room for improvement. No matter how much you achieve or how far you progress, there is always more to learn. This understanding fosters a mindset of lifelong learning, where you remain open to new ideas, experiences, and perspectives. Growth is not about reaching perfection. It is about becoming better than you were yesterday, continually striving to enhance your knowledge, skills, and character. This perspective also highlights the importance of reflection. To grow, you must take the time to assess where you are, where you have been, and where you want to go. Reflection allows you to recognize your accomplishments, learn from your mistakes, and set new goals. It ensures that your growth is intentional rather than haphazard, guided by a clear understanding of your values and aspirations. Reflection transforms growth from a passive experience into an active pursuit, giving you the power to shape your journey in meaningful ways. Embracing growth as a process also means accepting that it is deeply personal. While external benchmarks and societal expectations can provide guidance, true growth is measured by your own standards and aspirations. It is not about comparing yourself to others or adhering to a rigid timeline. It is about progressing at your own pace and in your own direction. This individualized approach allows you to honor your unique strengths, challenges, and goals, creating a path that is authentic and fulfilling. Another key element of this perspective is resilience. Because growth is ongoing, it inevitably includes difficulties and setbacks. These moments are not indicators that you have failed, but rather opportunities to learn and strengthen your resolve. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, to view challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as essential parts of the journey. It is through overcoming these challenges that you gain confidence in your ability to navigate future difficulties, reinforcing your commitment to the process of growth. Finally, embracing growth as a process encourages gratitude and mindfulness. By focusing on the journey rather than fixating solely on the destination, you learn to appreciate the present moment. Each step, no matter how small, contributes to your development. Gratitude for these moments fosters a sense of fulfillment and motivation, reminding you that growth is not just about achieving future goals, but also about experiencing and learning from the present. The process of growth is both challenging and rewarding. It requires effort, determination, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. It demands that you confront your fears, acknowledge your limitations, and strive to surpass them. But it also offers immense rewards: a deeper understanding of yourself, a greater capacity for resilience and compassion, and the ability to contribute meaningfully to the world around you. By embracing growth as an evolving process, you commit to a life of continual improvement and discovery, a life that is rich with purpose and possibility. In conclusion, the journey of growth is a profound and transformative experience that touches every aspect of our lives. It calls us to step beyond the familiar, to embrace challenges, and to navigate the delicate balance between chaos and order. Growth demands courage, resilience, and a willingness to endure discomfort, for it is through these trials that we uncover our true potential. Choosing meaning over fleeting happiness and recognizing growth as an ongoing process enriches not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. This journey is not a destination, but a continuous unfolding, a dynamic interplay of learning, striving, and becoming. Each step forward, each lesson learned brings us closer to the best version of ourselves. Growth invites us to live with intention, to face adversity with strength, and to create a life of substance and purpose. By committing to this path, we honor the complexity of life and embrace its endless possibilities, leaving a legacy of progress, understanding, and fulfillment.